Earlier on, we met the British dad celebrating his sudden release after being jailed in Morocco for being gay.
Well, we widened that for our phone-in today, and taking your calls relating to travel incidents now are Catherine Allen, Head of Travel and International Litigation at lawyers Slater and Gordon, and the Independent's Senior Travel Editor, Simon Calder. Welcome both. Let's start straight away with Jeanette, who's on the phone. Hello, Jeanette.
Hello.
Hi, what's the problem?
Hi, I'm just ringing up about my mum is an elderly lady who's 70, stranded at Corfu Airport with many other British passengers, and I was just wondering whether there's any update on it.
Ooh, crikey. Yes, first of all, I'm really sorry she's stuck. The second thing is, this all stems from a cancelled flight on Sunday going from Corfu to Manchester, where the weather was just too awful. Now, Ryanair was the airline, but they've been talking to me about it, and they say they've been doing pretty much everything they can. The weather has been vile for the first part of this week, and they've been trying to get 4 separate planes into Corfu to bring people back. They haven't had much luck. They've rerouted some of them via lovely Thessaloniki and Milan, and they'll be getting back to Manchester, we hope, today. They've also put some on the flights to Manchester and to Leeds Bradford today. There's flights tomorrow to East Midlands and Stansted, and so people will be flown back and given coach transfers back to Manchester Airport if their cars are there. It's been a right old kerfuffle, but they have been doing, they tell me what they have to do, which is provide accommodation and meals, and in the particular case of a 70-year-old lady, I hope they've been taking special care of her. No compensation due, though, is there, Catherine, because unfortunately they it's an act of God, so you don't get any money from the airline, but just put it down to experience.
So it's the weather. Once the weather closes in on you, then there is no compensation to be had.
Yes, I mean the regulation says that when there's exceptional circumstances such as weather, there's no right to compensation.
What did your mum? Have you been speaking to her on the phone?
No, I've just had a few text messages, that's all I've had, and the next time that I've heard is that she's due home on Sunday.
So it's
no, before that they've pretty much promised me they're going to get everybody home in time for tea tomorrow. And the trouble is, people be thinking, hang on, there's a Manchester flight today. In fact, it's just touched down there in the past half hour. Well, surely we all get on that, and the other people will have to wait. It doesn't work like that. If your flight is cancelled, then I'm afraid you go, or your mother goes to the end of the queue. Sounds unfair, but that's the way they do it.
It's one of those things that unfortunately you are then, I suppose, not only spending the extra time there, which you are getting in some way compensated, but you're sort of sitting in a hotel room. Then you've got, if you go out anywhere, then you've got that extra expense. So even if you just sit there, it starts to get expensive. Well,
they've got to provide meals, they've got to provide accommodation, they've even got to provide phone calls. But of course, you might perhaps want the odd drink, which certainly isn't covered by the compensation scheme, and or indeed rent a car.
What about people missing work or having valuable days of their holiday taken
they
up?
will say, go and have a look at your travel insurance, but most certainly there will be lots of people who aren't going to get back, will have missed most of the week's work, and losing leave, losing money. It's very, very unfortunate.
Okay,
right,
great.
you, Jeanette.
Well, next we have Lee on the line. Lee, you're going to Turkey with your children, you're worried?
Yeah, my wife and 2 young children are going in 2 weeks' time to Belek. I know it's a bit away from the border, but things could change in a couple of weeks. I was just wondering if it'd still be safe to travel there.
Right. OK, Lee, if I may, whereabouts are you from?
From Keswick in the Lake District.
OK, well, just imagine there was a bit of trouble going on in, I don't know, Birmingham. That's about the same distance that Belek is from the Syrian border. And look, Turkey has the 2nd biggest army in NATO. There is absolutely no way they are going to allow uninvited guests to come into Turkey. There are certain things I would worry about if I were taking my family to Turkey, but I would do that any time of year, and that is, first of all, road accidents. They've got terrible drivers there. And the second thing is, as the Foreign Office has been saying for years, there is a high threat of terrorism. But problems caused by ISIS being on the border of Syria with Turkey certainly shouldn't be something you should be worrying about.
Does that feel comforting, Lee?
Yeah, makes me feel a lot better, yeah, because you can't be too careful with 2 young children.
No, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for your help.
No, you're more than welcome. Thank you very much indeed. Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth.
Oh, hi there.
Hi there. You just got back from Berlin.
Yes, we did. We were actually away for the weekend celebrating my son's 21st birthday.
And it all went horribly wrong.
It did, yes. I'm actually 6 weeks post chemotherapy.